All right, all right, all right. Sounds like Shawn. Episode 2. All right, so I got a couple things that's different this time. Yesterday, I mean not yesterday, last week, I I dropped the ball. I ain't even gonna hold you. Um I did a lot of stuff that I'd never really tried to do before. So the fact that I tried to come on here and stream, period, was just me trying to figure some shit out. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I didn't necessarily think about how tired I was. I didn't come into it with a plan. So it was, it's still there. It still exists. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get rid of the evidence, but it wasn't my best showing. So I wanted to come back today a little more focused. I looked at the video a million times. I saw a lot of stuff from myself that was kind of like cringy. I was like, can't believe you did that one, my boy. But long story short, I'm just trying to make sure that this time things are a little different. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that oh wait. Ah dang, I'm messing up already. Messing up already. But what I wanted to do was make sure that um my setup was a little different. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to see myself so I can catch myself in the moment instead of, you know, waiting until the next time and addressing things in post production versus watching them in real time. So I got myself pulled up, you know what I'm saying, on my screen so I can interact with y'all. In case somebody step in here while I'm actually rocking. Now, on top of everything that I set up so I can see myself and see, how things are handling, I also wanted to make sure that I had what I wanted to do in mind. So today we going lo-fi. You know what I'm saying? My brother has a podcast that he does with his wife. And shout out to them. But he asked me if I could whip them up a little something, you know what I'm saying? So right now I am going to, find some some drums that I know for sure have that lo-fi feel. I'm gonna flip through those. I ain't gonna spend too much time picking drums though, because I already kind of have an idea of what I want to do. And we just gonna, we gonna get real lo-fi around here. You feel me? Um and he don't sponsor me at all. I wish he would. One day. Hey, if you see this, L Dre, my boy, what we doing? What we doing? But LJ is a very, very well respected lo-fi producer. And today we're gonna be rocking with his drum kit. This is the L Dre drum kit volume 5. So I'm gonna be picking sounds from there as far as how I create my loop. He actually has loops in here that I might preview just to give myself an idea of what I want to do. And now that I'm thinking about it, let me boost the input just a little bit so y'all can hear me a little more and so y'all can hear the music when I play it. Uh Definitely gonna need to turn up my headphones a little more. I don't want to keep my monitors too loud because you know what I'm saying. I got kids and whatnot, and I ain't trying to wake them up while I'm cooking. But yeah, I'm about to preview some of these drum loops and just think about what I want to do. Now that I'm looking through here, I see that the BPMs on these range from like 80 to or from like 75 up to 90. and it's a couple of them that are, like 110 and stuff like that, but those kind of seem like outliers. So that's letting me know that I need to come in here and set my tempo before I get started. I think I'm gonna just kind of split the difference, go like 85. Um yeah, I think 85 is a good start, but I'm about to preview some of these and give me some ideas on how I want to cook up my drums. You feel me? So let's listen. I can already kind of picture some keys over that. I ain't even gonna hold you. Um yeah, let's go to this next one really quick and see if it. There's definitely like the boom bap. I feel like that's the boom bap lo-fi intersection. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of lo-fi beats don't necessarily be boom bap, but sometimes when that snare or that clap is like really really crispy and it stands out, it gives me more of a boom bap feel than lo-fi. But they definitely do have some cross sections, so that's what's up. This kind of giving me the same vibe a little bit. I feel like I really enjoyed the playfulness of the first one because it's not as predictable. And not to say that any of these loops are bad; they're all fantastic. L. Dre does his thing, but and some of them that are more like cookie cutter, where it's like it's kind of what you would expect from a lo-fi beat. But that first loop that we played, it had a little more unpredictability to it, and I feel like that's kind of the realm that I want to step into. So I'm gonna just play it back one more time just so I can get the idea in my head, and then I'm gonna start picking some sounds that we gonna cook up our own shit. Yeah, I like that because that drum, I mean the kick takes on its own life. Like the pattern kind of, you know what I'm saying, shakes you up a little bit. It's not, anything that you would just expect when you first go into, hearing what's going on there. So, uh I'm gonna go into my session here. I realize that I don't have a way for y'all to see my screen just yet, so bear with me. And let me go ahead. Let me just go ahead and make some space for the sounds that I'm getting ready to add in. All right, so I do want a kick that has a little bite to it. So we're gonna preview these until I find one I like. It might be the first one. I might just rock with the first one. It got a little bit of bite to it, but I know with like a transient shaper, I could make it have a little more punch. And I got some other tools that, you know what I'm saying, between saturation and, it's a lot of ways that I could beef it up. So I'm not mad at that first one, but let's just continue to look. That second one is way too soft. Third one is good, got some bite to it. Fourth one's too soft. That one is good. It seems like all the odd ones, all the odd ones are giving me what I'm looking for. 6 is kind of good too, though. Okay, messed it up. 7, too soft. 8, okay. 9 got some bite for sure. 12 got some bite. Okay, so out of the 15 ones that are here, I like 1, 3, and 5 a lot. I think I'm gonna go with this third one. Drag that in here. First thing I do is I turn everything down like 10 decibels. just so when I program stuff, it's not peaking. I could always, play around with EQs and transient shapers and make it sound louder later. But as soon as I drag it into a sampler channel, I'm producing in Logic Pro, by the way. But yeah, as soon as I drag it into the sampler channel, I try to just turn it down immediately, just to make sure, you know. All right, cool. So I got my kick. Let's go find the rest of my thing. Sorry, I keep looking over because the bottom of my screen is where my finder thing is. And I got this best dad ever medal that's kind of just like right in the way of the bottom of my screen. So every time I look up like that, I'm trying to look over the medal. I just moved it though, so we should be good. Yeah, what was I saying? Snares, right? Okay, so if I'm listening to, I kind of want a snare that sounds kind of like a rim shot almost. Because those are super lo-fi-ish to me in my head. So we're gonna find a nice little cool rim shot to throw in here. Not that one though. That one got some kind of potential. I could work with that. Three is okay. I like 5. I don't know if I like it with the kick I chose though. Let's go with 3. Fuck it. Let's do 3s all the way around. My hi-hat gonna be hi-hat 3 too. Like fuck it. I don't want to waste too much time on sound selection because I can always go back and change these things later. So let's go to the hi-hats and just go straight to 3. Like fuck it. 3's not bad. 3's all around. Fuck it. I'm gonna go in here and make sure I turn it down also. So everything as far as the sounds themselves are programmed to negative 10 decibels, right? So I could, whatever I'm playing is already to a point where it's not peaking. So I can program my drums together and not have to worry about any peaking. And this is before I do any level changes in the actual session. So now that I got the basic drums, I got my hi-hat, snare, kick. That's what you're gonna use to shape the rhythm of any beat. Now I need to go figure out the instruments that I want to lay on top. Lo-fi is known for like really lush chords that are played by like electric guitars. Oh my god, electric pianos. So I'm opening Contact right now. It's a Native Instruments plugin that is like a hub for different sounds if you're not familiar. And I'm going to find some electric pianos to play around with. The only thing I don't like about it is you kind of have to go into whatever piano that you are previewing so you can play it. That's cool. Not necessarily what I was looking for. Maybe I should go to something a little brighter. I got a feeling that kind of in the mood to do something a little brighter. So Let's see what this is. Yeah, we not doing that. What else you got for me? That sounds too much like a. Okay. Okay. I like it. Um, it's moody enough to give like a lo-fi kind of feel. Definitely gonna have to play around in something minor. I think I might. I might go E minor. That's what I'm feeling today. Fuck it. Why not? All right. So, with that being the case, I got my instrument, my main instrument. Uh, so we are going to go to scalar to get some ideas on, what the chords of this scale sounds like. I see myself using scalar a lot when it's keys that I'm not necessarily familiar with. So when I find myself kind of dealing with one that I'm not, super versed in, it's easy for me to go here and then just play all of the seventh chords or the ninth chords and all that stuff, and just kind of figure out how lush I want something to sound. And it gives me ideas of like progressions, because now I can click one and then jump up maybe 3 or 4 chords and just figure out what sounds good together. So with this being a lo-fi beat, I do want to make sure that I am accenting how big and lush these electric pianos can sound. So we're gonna go straight to the ninth. So I'm not even gonna play around with the 7th chords. And we're gonna see what they sound like. I like this G major 9. I'm loving it. Okay, I like how G and A sound next to each other. I might have to start my little chord progression like that. Then go down. Yeah, this B and C kind of sound goofy with the ninth. I might have to go back down to 7ths when I get that high up, because it sounded a little goofy with the extra notes on it. But this G to the A, back down to the E, I'm with that. I'm with that for sure. Matter of fact, let's play around, man. All right, so if I'm doing a G, we go. Okay. And then the next one is the A. So that's and then what we say after that, we jumping down to E. Yeah. I think I want this tempo a little bit faster. I'm at 85 right now. Let's jump up to 90. I think 90 is more so around where I had things in my head. All right. So we starting with the G. So it would be. I can't even hold you. I might have to do these first two chords and then like pause in my brain and then jump down to the E because my fingers are not trying to let me be great right now. All right, let's do this. Get my hands ready for. Oh my goodness, the nerves. But you know what? It's whatever. I could always go in here and program it versus trying to play it. I don't know who I thought I was. Actually, fuck it. We're gonna get playing it one more time. Cause I know I can do it. I'm just not computing right now. Okay. So we start with the and go. Then go. All right. Yeah, it's the third one that's fucking me up. I can get the first two off though. Then go. All right. So all of my notes from this first chord, a couple of them was a little early. So we're gonna go ahead and quantize that. Actually, what I'm gonna end up doing is strumming it. So yeah, we just go ahead and do that right now. And for people who aren't familiar with the idea of strumming, basically I'm taking the keys and staggering them so it don't sound like they were all pressed at the same time. It gives the chord a more like human feel because most people don't push all of the keys right at the same time. You know, sometimes there's a little, it's a little space in between them. So when you program it a certain way, it just sounds really robotic when everything lines up perfectly. So what I try to do is humanize things a little bit by strumming things, playing with the velocity, trying to make sure that every note wasn't hit with the same exact force, and stuff like that really helps when it comes to making a chord just feel natural when you hear it. I feel like our ears pick up when things don't necessarily sound natural, and it's really easy to give off, AI vibes when everything is just programmed perfectly. And I feel like lo-fi beats really accent the imperfections in music. It makes them cool. It's almost like Jay Dilla, like how he takes sounds that weren't perfect or a timing that wasn't perfect and kind of just made it his style. That's definitely something that I enjoy about producing. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. You can kind of just make shit your own. So, with that being the case, let's play this progression back and see how we feel about it. I love that. We're gonna get rid of this metronome too. I don't know why. What's going on here? Oh, this is out of place. Where did this come from? Yeah, we need that to be a A, my boy. What is this? Okay, let's look at what's really going on here. Cause I went from G to A. So this is supposed to be an A. This is supposed to be C. This was supposed to be E, right? This is supposed to be G. Oh, it got transposed. Okay. That's what was going on. And then it's supposed to be B. All right. Okay. Okay. Make it make sense. There we go. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. I want to go back up with that. Oh, 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 oh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So it's back up. All right, so right now everything is on the grid. I literally just quantized it just so I could shift it all off the grid in a uniform manner. Um, my kicks are going to be on the grid, but I want these hi-hats to have a little space in between to where they have a little more personality. So, with that being the case, oh snap, somebody like this one? Somebody like this motherfucker. But with that being the case, it gives it kind of like an offset kind of thing. And yeah. So now I gotta think about my kick pattern. Like, okay. I think I'm gonna mute these kicks. I'm gonna program the rim shot part, and then I'm gonna come back to the kicks because the kicks ain't giving me what I wanted to. All right. I like that drum pattern. I mean that kick pattern better. Um, okay, so now that we got the basics of everything down, I'm gonna go ahead and mute these keys, and then think about how I want these drums to kind of interact with each other, right? Now, right off a rip, I know that these hi-hats are too loud. So we gonna go ahead and drag the slider on that main channel down. That's more so where I saw the hi-hat sitting. Snare also sounds a little loud, but we still want that snare to have some bite. So we're gonna take it down a little bit, but we ain't gonna go too crazy with it. Now, like I was saying, when I first picked out this kick, when I first picked it out, I'm like, it didn't necessarily have the bite that I wanted it to have, but I told y'all that I had a trick. So what I'm getting ready to do is I am going to Cymatics. They got this plugin called Diablo. The light version is free. The paid version, Don't get me the line. I wanted to give y'all a price, but then my mind drew a blank. And when my mind draws a blank, I feel like I'm getting ready to make some shit up. So don't get me the line. But what it does is kind of like a transient shaper, but like on steroids. So it don't just shape the transient. It kind of gives you like the ability to add some punch to, maybe a 808 or a kick drum or anything like that. And then you can kind of set like the clipper too. So it gives you a lot of range as far as dealing with just stuff that you might want to bring to life in your mix. So I'm gonna turn it off. Actually, what we're gonna do is solo this kick. So when I engage this, you might be able to hear the difference. And then on top of that, it gives you the ability to set your output. So like let's say you want to be able to push it to the threshold, but you want to make sure that the output is like -2, just so you know you're not clipping when you use this plugin or whatever. So I can push the clip and get as much sound out of it as I want to, but I don't have to worry about it like clipping in my mix. So you get that extra loudness or you get that extra presence without necessarily having to go up in decibels. So that's one thing that I do like and appreciate about this Diablo plugin, is it gives you the body without necessarily making you clip or go over. I don't know what kind of magic they got going on over at Cymatics, but yeah, it's crazy. So with that being the case, we got the kick sound and how we want it to sound. Now, when I think of rim shots, the snare itself has a little more personality to it. So what I'm getting ready to do is go add an EQ to this snare to try to give it a little more, personality. Um what do I want to do to this? Let's go here and just see what this does. And I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb to this too, now that I'm thinking about it. Cause I think that's what I was hearing in my head, like it's missing something. I feel like the personality comes from the reverb that's applied to it. And just like that, I'm yawning again. I might have to start streaming in the morning, man. I might have to start streaming in the morning. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, we getting somewhere. All right, so now that I got the drums kind of sitting where I want them to for, a simple lo-fi beat, we're going to reintroduce these keys and see what's going on. All right. Now let's see if we can find some bass. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little biased when it comes to the bass. Like it's a couple electric basses in Logic that came like with the project or with the program that I go to, and yeah, it's like 2 or 3 of them I normally choose from. One of them I really like is this fretless bass. All right, let's go with that. Yep, I mixed them up. So let's try it one more time. From the top. Yeah. Let's go, baby. This kind of reminds me of like me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Running on the, yeah. Elevators. All right, so we got the keys, we got bass, we got kick, rim, hi-hat. That's a very simplistic, it's 5 sounds in this beat. And it's a very simplistic lo-fi vibe. Um, I got some saturation going on a couple different things. I'm using Cymatics Origin on my piano, on my keys, electric piano, and I'm also using Infinite EQ from Slate Digital to kind of give it more of a lo-fi kind of vibe. This bass is straight up out of Logic. That's how it sounds, fresh out the box. Didn't do nothing to it. My kicks, I got the Cymatics Diablo to kind of bring it into this century. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little life. On my rim, I have an Infinite EQ that is giving that some life, giving it a little more bite than it previously was. My hi-hats, I did absolutely nothing to. Also, I added a little bit of reverb to the rim shot just to make it, echo a little more, to give it a little more personality. But besides that, that's the beat, you know. Did the whole thing. What was it? I've been on here about 52 minutes. So I did everything in less than an hour. Um, Proud of myself for that. Um, yeah, I think we done here, man. Let me go ahead and save this as Shawn Sounds Like episode 2. Cause that's exactly what this was. Shawn Sounds Like EP2. And what I will do is I am going to jump in Canva and make a cover for this. And this beat will be available on this exact page very, very soon. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that I take the beats that I create in these little sessions and make them available for y'all to go back and if you decide that you like the beat so much when I made it, you can put it on your podcast, or if you decide you want to rap over it or something like that, let me know. I'm gonna actually put it on this channel, and I'm also gonna upload it to my Beat Stores account, or Beat Stars account. Getting tired. I'm gonna have to start doing these in the morning. I'm gonna upload it to BeatStars. So if you want to purchase it, you decide you want to rap over it, make a song. If you fuck with this little groovy loop, you might be a producer yourself, and you might want the stems to something like this. Whew. You might want the stems to something like this so you can add to it in your own way. Maybe you like everything that's going on but the snare, and you want to add your own snare, or maybe you want to add a different kick pattern because this one's a little basic. You can freak it up however you want to. Get in contact with me at ShawnSoundsLike@gmail.com. Reach out to me and let me know you want the stems, and then we can get together and collab on that. Besides that, man, make sure y'all tap back in with me next week. I think next time I want to try a genre that I'm not too familiar with, so it's gonna be a little more figuring shit out. I think I want to do like some Afro beats type shit, or I might just do like a house joint. I never, ever, ever tried to produce some house, so drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see me dive into the Afrobeat sound, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. If you want to see me do some house music, leave a house emoji in the comments. For Afrobeats, just throw some drums in there. But the house, if you want to see me tackle house, make sure you put some houses in the chat, and let me know exactly what you want to see me do on this channel. um it's been an hour. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, seeing me put this shit together. I know I kind of been staring into the computer, staring past the camera and looking at my dog here. So for some of this, I might have been zoned out to y'all, but if you did make it to the end of the video, I appreciate you so so much. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing. We trying to run the followers up so I can get to the point where I can start getting paid off this thing. You hear me? But until then, man, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the comments. Even if I don't get to the point where I'm making money in the next couple weeks, or however long it takes me to get to where I need to be, I'm gonna be here kicking it with y'all follow the boy along the way. We here for the long run, you feel me? And make sure that you are sharing this with your friends in the producer community. Make sure y'all giving me feedback too, like, what I'm saying, if it's something that I do that get on your nerves, tell me. I'm gonna try to put it into consideration. I know some of y'all might just be haters, so what I'm saying, I ain't gonna give y'all too much run over how I do things. But if it's some things that I could improve on, for sure, I definitely want to know before I get in the habit of just doing things wrong, or doing things incorrectly, or doing things that annoy y'all. um just say it with some love, man. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come at me yelling and screaming. That's not how we do things over here. Talk to me. I know how to listen. But yeah, that's how I know it's getting late, because I'm starting to be goofy. But yeah, this has been episode 2 of Shawn Sounds Like. Today we did lo-fi. Make sure that y'all liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing this with your friends. Share it with your mom. You know what I'm saying? Moms like watching people make beats. Um, they don't. They don't. Don't terrorize that lady. Don't send her this link. Um, but yeah, if you know somebody who does like watching people put beats together, share this with them. Leave moms alone. She barely know how to work YouTube. But love y'all. Appreciate you for rocking with me this far. I am getting ready to jump in the shower and take myself to bed, because I know if I'm starting to get goofy, it's a wrap. My night is over. I'm done for. But yeah, like I said, appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. I am getting ready to end this right now. Y'all know who it is. Your boy Shawn Soundz, and it sound like me.